Hey everybody, welcome back. It is night 4 of playing Dalek Attack, the hit Doctor Who game from 1992. Yeah, playing some Doctor Who video games for the 60th anniversary. It's dark in here. Let me adjust the light. There, much better. So, there's not a lot needs to be said here. This is the fourth. We are close to the end. We had a false end the last night where I came back and accomplished a little bit more, and then after I stopped last night, I accomplished a little bit more. So basically, I have created a save right before the last hostage, and then we'll go fight the end boss. And I think that's it. And I'm not sure if the game has an ending or if it just repeats, but we're going to find out. So let's go to the video game. Start this up. And as you know, we're going to listen to the opening because it's rad. Still a little bit more to go.
This is only the beginning. We will prepare. We will grow stronger. When the time is right, we will emerge and take our rightful place as the supreme power of the universe. Exterminate! Exterminate! Exterminate!
Oh, I love the music in this so much. But here we are. We are in this final room on Scarrow, where this is the last hostage. Let me try that again. This is the last hostage. I'm not drunk. This is the last hostage to rescue. So we'll get him, and then we'll get the special card. There we go. And now we will get the hell out of here. And I think this is the final room. Really weird, both classic and just kind of made up old school Dalek designs here. Yeah, here we go. Here's Davros, creator of the Daleks. Oh, and he's dead. That was easy. That couldn't have been that. Could it? Huh. Yeah, well. Okay, there's a whole thing here. Oh boy. Guess we have to kill all the alcove Daleks, I guess. Yeah, here's another one. Okay, now what? I mean, there's a lot of doors here. I really don't want to screw around, go through some door. It's going to take me like back to the very beginning of the game, which it seems like something this game would do. Right. Oh, they're back. Okay. There's one thing Doctor Who's known for. It's killing Davros. Oh, which I guess we just did. Okay. Oh. Hmm? Hmm? Oh, well, alright, that's it. Additional graphics by Glob. Glob. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Oh shit, I broke it. Well, I think that was the end of the game. I broke it. I broke it real good. Okay, well then there you go. There's the end of Dalek Attack. We finished it. Let's just go back into it here for a second. I am curious about all those doors. Now that we finished it, we beat it, it's over. I kind of want to see what fuckery those doors have in store. Just gonna ignore you guys. Oh, I have to. Okay. Well, that's fine. There. Cool? Cool. Okay. So I'm curious about, let's see what happens when you go through some of these. Like if I go into this one, can't with him there, but sweet painting. Like if, okay, so I clear that one out. What happens if I go through the door? Nothing. Okay, the doors don't work at all. So it wouldn't have been some sort of like, oh, you're back in Paris now, haha. Because I fully anticipated that being a thing. No, it plays fair. This is a fair play game. These doors are absolutely meaningless. Well, good for the game. Good. They're just set decoration. Great. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's it. We did it. We we defeated the game. I thought it might take a little longer to do the final boss, but nope, straight into credits, and then that was that. I suppose since we're here, we could try this. We could take a look at the Commodore 64 version, which is different, you might say. appreciate that this emulator has built-in tape deck sound effects for when you're loading either from a cassette or a disc. It's subtle. It's not loud and in your face, but it's there. I appreciate it, I guess. So what you're going to see here, so a thing that used to happen all throughout the 80s and 90s, and even almost into the 2000s, I think one of the Spider-Man games did this too, is that a game would come out on 4 or 5 different platforms. If it wasn't an arcade game, if it was just a license game, you could get 3 or 4 different versions of the same game on the same release schedule, which is nuts. That is just crazy. All right, this is why I didn't spend much time with this. It's because of this. Okay, so let's we'll just say yes to all this. I really hate dealing with all these cracked screens. It's different. This music is totally different. I mean, it's not the theme, obviously. This feels like someone heard the theme one time and tried to recreate it. That's what this feels like. This is wild. Okay. Yes, we know. Holy God, guy. I hope you're pleased with yourself. So yeah, this game has a lot of similarities to the Amiga version that we were playing, but is also very different. I mean, obviously, graphics and sound-wise, it's going to look different, but there's going to be some fundamental changes also. So anyway, there is no character select, it looks like. And yeah, boy, this is some real, like, going from ColecoVision to 2600 style. So I apparently have all the cheats on, so. Man, this music goes hard. It's not Doctor Who music, but it goes hard. See if the Daleks come up behind you if you go too slow here. No? No Daleks. Interesting. Are there going to be snakes? What on earth? This has been hacked by weirdos, apparently. Oh, it's a duck. The snake is now a duck. There's no indication that I'm hitting it. sort of have to trust. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, good job. So to be clear, in that entire first level of the Commodore 64 version of Dalek Attack, there were no Daleks. None whatsoever. Sewer monsters, and that's it. Okay, so London's next. By the way, there was no character select. You were just the 7th Doctor, and that's that. Stormtroopers here. What's up? The number of hostages you have to get is way less. Way less. These are kind of the same. Like, this is... It doesn't look the same, but this is pretty much the same layout. But yeah, it's a worse version of the Doctor Who game. But, you know, not everyone had an Amiga. Is there stuff in this trash can? Hard to say. Is there stuff in this trash can? Also hard to say. Yeah. Hello. Hello to you. These hostages appear to be ladies? Just a hunch, kind of lady-esque. It was kind of hard to tell what they were in the Amiga version. Music's just kind of freeform, doing whatever it wants to do. Alright, we're just in a maze of our own choosing. Let's get me back outside. Alright. You don't seem to be able to jump onto windows. Oh, there's just nothing here. Okay. But yeah, you could just get a totally different game. This one's pretty close, but in theory, you could end up with a totally different game. This has a lot of the same bullshit. It's just worse. It's just not as good. Hey, what are you doing? What are these? Alright, well that's... Oh well. That's Dalek Attack on the Commodore 64. It's a little different, as you saw. Now I've been unable to get this Atari version running, but I'm going to try it again. Just... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it just won't load. We can take a look at that MS-DOS version one more time. Not sure if I did that here or not. Okay. Oh, it's running at speed now. Okay, cool. Whatever I did to get this working, I'm glad, because it was very slow. It was very sad. I don't think I got that recorded. This isn't exactly snappy, but this is faster than it was. It was slow. It was slow and fat. Like a crowbar song.
This is only the beginning. We will prepare. We will grow stronger. When the time is right, we will emerge and take our rightful place as the supreme power of the universe. Exterminate! Exterminate!
This is different. This song is different. It's the same leaderboard. Why they made it a Star Wars crawl, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. Additions to the manual. What's happening? No, it's too low. Now it's too fast. Oh no. So you get the same 3 characters here too. Yeah. Let's see if the actual game plays too fast. It does. That part is still broken. Yeah. Alright. But as you can see, it is mostly the same. But you can't look at this. Yeah. So it's the same game. I can't get it running right. So, anyway, those are some Doctor Who. Those are some different Doctor Who's. Some difference. Yeah. So that's it. That's the end of Dalek Attack. Now I'm going to take all this footage and make a nice little video about the history of Doctor Who video games. I've got some footage for some games that came before this, and this is we're building to this. We're, oh, check this out. It is the biggest budget Doctor Who game to date. 3 years after the show went off the air. It's that's the narrative of the video. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night with, gonna pick back up with some TurboGrafx games. Got to get started on the next TurboGrafx video. So, and I say that because the TurboGrafx video I made was crazy popular, and I don't know why, other than it being good, but, I don't know, like all of them are doing really sort of average numbers, but that TurboGrafx one, man, holy crap. Like it more than what my horror videos used to get, which kind of impressive to me that's where the audience is. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's all inside baseball bullshit. But anyway, got the next batch of launch window games for the TurboGrafx. Going to be taking a look at them. Looking forward to it. I really enjoyed playing that first batch. So, and I have a list of ideas for videos that just keeps growing. And there's a Genesis one I'm really looking forward to. I'm going to review another dumb handheld. I've got some stuff from Goodwill that hopefully is going to make a really neat video. Speaking of Goodwill, I want to dive back into that fake Super Nintendo Mini. And I mean, yeah, I can talk about this for a second. I've been spending some time with the Miu Mini Plus, which is a little handheld emulator device, and I really, really dig this. I really dig this little guy. So I might make a video about this once I get it set up good, where I've got it how I like it. So anyway, lots of stuff coming. But if you're just here for the streams, there'll be another one tomorrow night, 9 o'clock-ish, probably throughout the weekend too. So yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being into the Daleks. So I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm gonna go watch Thursday Night Football or something while I work on my Miu Mini. No one's ever said that before. That sentence pioneered by me. I made that up. So anyway, see you guys. Bye.